fresh off the press, hot off the press, I don't care. But bench press, some kind of press. We're doing a press release. Okay, official, Commander, Legends, spoilers. Finally, these are official. Okay, so there's no leaks. This is what you see is what for sure is going to be in the set. Although, if you want to check out the other 127 leaks, you can go back a few videos on my channel and get a good look for yourself. None of those are confirmed, but it looks like some of them definitely are already. Here we go. Let's go. Keeper of the Accord. This one I think we discussed once already. This is a really cool one. And this card's already pre-sale. It's like $15. I'm like, whoa. But when you read it, it's pretty powerful. However, it dies to removal. But the abilities on this thing are nuts. It's a 4-drop human soldier. It's a rare at the beginning of each opponent's end step. At the beginning of each opponent's end step. That's one of the key words when you play Commander, when it says something like each opponent's step or each opponent or whatever the case may be, because that's going to affect everyone. It's going to get, or it's going to help you trigger off more times with whatever card it is, etc., etc. Those are really hot words in Commander or Brawl, whatever. No, do people play Brawl? Yeah, sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, if that player controls more creatures than you, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more lands than you, you may search your library for a basic plains card. Put it on the battlefield, tap, and shuffle your library. Talk about white staying on top of things. You know, like white, I don't want to get too far into white and how it's just not like the most amazing color in Commander, but it seems like Wizards is really making a push for it to step up, especially with card draw and just sweet abilities, something that helps it catch up, you know. Besides just protection, come on, and life gain. But yeah, really, really neat. And exile. There's a lot of nice perks with white. But this card, I like it a lot because it lets you catch up really quick with your opponents, you know. And there's a lot of nice tricks you can use where, you know, even these 1/1 white soldiers come out, they can become angels, you know, with certain cards. I wonder who can tell me what that card is. But just really, really nifty card. And yeah, I don't know if it's going to stay at $14, but still, wow, pretty cool card. Then we have Seraphic Greatsword. Seraphic Greatsword. This thing is sweet. Really sweet. And it also kind of forces the hand. It's a 2-drop. Artifact equipment. This is a mythic. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Whoopity-doo, right? Wait till you hear this, man. Whenever equipped creature attacks the player with the most life, or tied for most life, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking that player. I like that it's already right there in their face, tapped and swinging on in. And it kind of forces that play because you only get that perk if whenever equipped creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life. So it's an interesting card because it's making you go after, you know, whoever, maybe not the strongest, but whoever has the most life, you know. And just really like say, nope, sorry, buddy, we're gonna have to bring you down a notch, you know. And I think that's fun for a Commander, without a doubt. Equip for 4. Also, I gotta mention this really quick. If you want to get your hands on this, go back a video or two. Pretty nasty. Someone's going to be taking this one home. Really easy to enter. All right, moving along. So there's Seraphic Greatsword, especially if you don't have a Commander deck already. Bam, there's an $80 Commander deck on the house. Joey Boss. All right. Krark. This guy's cool, though. Krark the Thumbless. It's Magic, baby. You got to have fun. It's a card game, you know? You got to have fun with the game. And the cards and the text and the creatures and all that stuff. Legendary creature, Goblin Wizard. I like this. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, flip a coin. Are you the rambling, gambling kind of crazy man? Do you get a little wild out there? You know what I'm saying? Does the woman say you tear things up a little too much and then you just blast them all to smithereens, but then you put them together? This card's for you. If you lose the flip, return that spell to its owner's hand. So let's say you cast something. All right, cool. And then you flip the coin. Oh, we got a swamp. Haru. Well, not necessarily a swamp, but let's say you end up winning the coin, you know, the flip. If you win the flip, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. That's sweet. You get to double it up. But if you lose the flip, that spell's useless. It goes right back in your hand, pal. I want to make an entire deck with cards like Mirror March, Cards like this, anything that flips a coin. Has anyone built an entire flip the coin kind of deck? That'd be fun to that'd be fun to play. You're either gonna win real big or you're gonna lose real big. One of the two is gonna happen. I like this card. I think that's a nasty goblin, man, for sure. Really, really cool gobbo. Kafisgay, this is an older card. This is from Urza Saga days, even as Baron on there, you know. Enchant permanent, you control enchanted permanent. It's been printed, I think, 6, 7, 8 times, something like that. Quite a few times. Whoa, boy. Mnemonic Deluge. This one is a powerhouse, my friends. 9-drop, but very interesting card. Exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Copy that card 3 times. You may cast the copies without paying their mana cost. Exile Mnemonic Deluge. That is dirty, especially like, so basically, could you run something like Approach of the Second Sun and just win out the game like that too? Just saying, you could throw it out there, reduce the casting cost of this or something, you know, with some other, you know, cards and whatnot, and then bam, there you go. Twice, 3 times, we win hardcore. Shutting out the game. Is Approach the Second Sun even legal in Commander? I don't know. It might be banned because that just ends the game. It's no fun. It should be banned in my opinion, because especially with stuff where you just copy things. Like, we'll see it. Yeah, really dirty card. Not just that, but I mean, it just go. This can go on a crap ton of decks, you know. Making a copy 3 times. Three copies of a card. Come on, guys. That's busted. Especially, you know, like some of the higher casting cost spells out there that just deal a lot of damage or just may have some nasty, stupid abilities, like Approach the Second Sun, you know, and things like that, that just really can close out a game fast. I mean, this would combo great with that. And I'm sure there's even a way, could you copy this copy as well? Not like with this card, but other cards you copy. Then you get 6 copies of it. Whoa. Boom! Just really busted card. This really is a busted card, man. It's high casting cost, but that's Commander, baby. All right, I want to know your thoughts on that one. Here's a cool one. Una's Trickster. No, Fairy Knight, 5-drop. Oh yeah, WR flash and flying. It's a 1/6, which when I first looked at it, I'm like, that's kind of weird, but not really. I like that it has a lot of toughness. It's not really meant to do a whole lot of attacking. I mean, you can equip it with something or whatever, but that's not the case. You don't really care to do that. What you want to do, whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Yeah, that's just kind of card advantage, my friends. And that's going to go a long way. So yeah, a bunch of flash spells, your instants, you know, just anything of that nature that allows you to play something on your opponent's turn. You're going to be running all that stuff in your deck and then getting card advantage on top of it. Some of the most annoying decks, I think, are really Tamer flash builds, or just like when, basically when a deck is being played or your opponent's, whenever a deck is being played on your opponent's turn, if I can play my cards on my opponent's turn, like, I think that's so obnoxious. You know, like you just, like, during your turn, you don't really do much. You just sit there and go, okay, cool, you know, your go. And then they go, and then you're like, no, we're not going to do that counter. Sorry about that. Oh, trigger. Oh, got a trigger here. Oh, we're going to go off again. Oh, God. I cannot stand those kind of builds. I've made them myself. They're a heck ton of fun, but man, are they so obnoxious. And this card will be a lovely place to play cards of such nature. Really, really cool card. I like it. Then we have the official Doom of Fools. Tevesh that at the 5-drop. We did cover this already, but just a real quick refresher. +2, create 2 0/1 black, draw creature tokens, and then +1. You may sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards, then draw another card if the sacrifice permanent was a commander. And then we have gain control for -10. Gain control of all commanders. Put all commanders from the command zone onto the battlefield under your control. I hope you guys have a bunch of partners out there, all right? Because we're going to like that. You know, we just going to take all you get it, make them all eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be dirty. Partner's really taking over in Commander. I hope it just doesn't overrun Commander as a whole, you know, with the whole partner thing. You can partner this with another commander, you know, that's cute and all, you know. That has partner on it, I should say. I don't know, but it's not going anywhere, and we've discussed this before. Sorry, it's here to stay, baby. You know, partner ain't going nowhere. What if they just, like, Got rid of all partners. No, they're not going to do that. All right, cool card, though. Cool card. Then we have Siren Storm Tamer reprint and Interpret the Signs. Only been printed one other time, I believe. Nyx, maybe. Journeying to NYX. 6-drop, yep. Scry 3. Then reveal the top card of your library. Draw cards equal to that card's converted mana cost. There you go. And then the old Siren Storm Tamer. Amazing during its standard time, but also a powerhouse as well. For just 1, sacrifice Siren Storm Tamer, counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. Mostly why it's in the build. Right there. But pretty sweet, and it's evasive with the 1/1 flyer. All right, cool. Moving along, baby. Ooh, we got ourselves the Moon Kraken. What's Kraken? Kraken. Legendary creature. When the Moon Kraken enters the battlefield or whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 6 or greater, you may return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Well, that's cute, so you can just bounce that card on out of here or whatnot. 6 or greater, though. There's another card that maybe could help us along. What's his name? He was printed not long ago. He's a 5-drop blue. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But he reduces the casting cost of spells 5 or greater by 1. Or he decreases the casting cost of spells by 5 or greater. Yeah, by 1, right? Can't think of the name of him, though. He's pretty cool. Maybe he'll see a bit more play. I don't know. This isn't the most amazing card in the world, but it's cool. It's got partner on it as well. Pretty legit. And then we have ourselves That's Will. That's right. 5-drop. Choose 1. If you control a commander as you cast a spell, you may choose both. Each opponent sacrifices a creature they control with the greatest power, and or exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. Then create X01 black thrall creature tokens, where X is the greatest power among creature cards exiled this way. Those thralls, man, can get nutty. You sack them out, a little crazy sacrifice build to have fun with it. It'll give you a lot of sack choices there. This is going to be I think it's going to be a good card to play. I like when I say sometimes, this card's going to see play. Yeah, Joey, they're all going to see play, you dummy. I know, I get it. But this, I like this one. The art on it's pretty sweet, too. All right, moving along, baby. Xenagos, God of Revels. It's official 5-drop. Yeah, as long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7. Xenagos isn't a creature at the beginning of combat on your turn. Another target creature you control gains haste and gets +X until end of turn. X is great. That creature's power. Pretty cool. I've seen a bunch of prints of this card. 6/5, indestructible. Dirty Gruul card. Glad it's in the set. Adds a little bit more value to it. Sphinx of the Second Sun. Weren't we just talking about Approach of the Second Sun? Well, hot dogs. We got ourselves Sphinx of the Broken Sun. That's right. It's an 8-drop Sphinx. Flying, and at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you get an additional beginning phase after this phase. So for all those people who have play groups where you're not allowed to play cards that say take an extra turn after this, or take an extra turn, well, they throw this on in there, or get a new play group, one of the two. But this is a dirty card, man. There's a lot of fun shenanigans you can have with this. Just by you're basically taking another turn. And the nutty thing is, it's not like it's an instant or something. This is on the battlefield. Do you understand? This is on the battlefield, and it's a big body by itself. It's a 6/6 flyer. It does cost 8, but you can get it out there easy. Don't worry about it, baby. A few turns in, bam, done. Having fun. But at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you get an additional beginning phase after this phase, because everyone likes taking basically 2 turns. Look, little Johnny's up. Can't wait for him to take 2 turns again. That is just busted, man. It's busted. I'm sorry, guys. That is busted. It's busted. There's a bunch of stuff you could do with it. Hey, have some Urza fun with it. I don't care what you do, man. This thing's nuts. And there's also some Sphinx that you'd probably want to run with this. Sphinx Tribal. It is a thing. It's going down, baby. And it's not legendary. Thank God, because if it was, we'd all be crying, okay? This would not be a fun card to go up against as a commander, in my opinion. I think it would be just dirty. So, yeah, luckily, Wizards was smart enough not to print this legendary. Gotta give praise where praise is due. All right, nasty card. Prying Eyes and Horizon Scholar. There you go. Both reprints. I think Prying Eyes is a reprint. I know Scholar over here is a reprint. Just some basic stuff. Common and uncommon cards. Thought I'd throw them in the mix. All right, now here, watch out. I can't believe they did it. I can't. I'm getting so nervous now. They actually did it, guys. They reprinted Vampiric Tutor. Knew I should have sold my cards. I was like, man, this card, these Vampiric Tutors are about to drop in price. I knew they were going to get a reprint. I just didn't know if it was going to be in this set or like the next big Commander set. And it happened to be this set. I knew I should have cashed out. Yeah, foil copies of this thing are like $150 right now, roughly $160. I mean, the price is probably going to drop really quick, but not a lot. I mean, this is a nasty, nasty tutor. Search your library for a card, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life. What would it do about losing 2 life? You know, that is allowing you to do big things, big plays. This is big boy stuff, man. It's expensive big boy stuff, but it's big boy stuff. I'm glad, I'm not glad it's reprinted. No, I am. It makes it cheaper. You'll probably see copies drop down to about a $60 range after this reprint, the regular ones. Yeah, probably about $60 range. And then they're just going to climb back up over time. You know, that's just how it's going to be. Sweet card. This one's weird. Weird as in good. Weird as in strong. Weird as in like, why do these kind of cards exist? So, Artifact Creature Golem, 9-drop for you colorless fanatics out there. Golem Tribal, probably a thing. When the Triniform dies, create 3 colorless Golem Artifact Creature tokens, and it's got Encore. And this thing's a 9/9, so it's a 9/9. What were they thinking? All right, we're not going to get into that though. Encore 12. What is this Encore? Exile for 12. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn, if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them. At the beginning of the next end step, activate only as a sorcery. So remember, those tokens, when sacrificed, are going to create a bunch more tokens. They're going to create all these little 3 colorless Golem Artifact Creature tokens. Man, this is really cool. Yeah, this is, I like this one a lot. This is probably my favorite card from the set so far. I think if I do, when I do, I've played Commander before, guys, but I think when I actually branch out really and start really playing Commander, you know, like on a regular basis in a play group or something like that, you know, at least once a week or something, my first deck's probably going to be colorless. Throwing her out there because I just love it. Who's going to be my Commander? I don't know. Suggestions? I'll take them. All right. But yeah, this card will definitely be in that build. Really, really sweet card. And then it's official. Shroud of Dusk. That's right. The old 5-drop. Rather than pay 2 for each previous time you've cast this spell from the command zone this game, pay 2 life that many times. Legit. Flying and lifelink. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. I hope you are running a lot of spells in your deck where you're just like a bunch of 1-drop and 2-drops. I'm just going to win because you're going to play. No, that's not going to happen that way. But this is a really cool loss of life here. I dig it, man. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. That's a player. That counts for you too. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. Hope you have a lot of life gain in your build. If so, cool. But you're going to be draining everybody, including yourself, which is pretty interesting. And the whole rather than pay 2 for each previous time you've cast a spell from the command zone in this game, pay 2 life that many times, that's pretty legit too. Very different. Big perk. It's got lifelink built into it, baby. What more do you want? I like it. That is all the spoilers for today. What cards are you freaking excited to play with? I want that Golem. I got to get that Golem. And the Vampiric Tutor, that's going to come in extended art, which is dirty. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. On your way out, please hit the thumbs up. It does mean a lot. And don't forget, make sure you check out this video. It'll tell you what to do to get your hands on this nasty, nasty Peer Through Time Teferi Commander Archmage. That's right. Nasty Commander deck. Appreciate you guys. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and PLA.